Racers Grand Prix makes a return after a 3-year absence with a glittering lineup of local and global champions. Saturday, June 3 at the National Stadium. The star-studded cast includes world champions Sharika Jackson and Toby Amusan, plus Megan Tupper, Jani Russell, Shanika Ricketts, and the exciting American Gabby Thomas. The men's competition will have Olympic champion Hanson Parchment, world record holder Wade Van Niekerk, world champion Noah Lyles, Zarnell Hughes, and the Blue Ribbon event featuring former world champion Christian Coleman battling young rising sensations Oblique Seville and Akeem Blake. Finish line $5,000, grandstand $3,000, and bleachers $1,000. Get ready for the 5th staging of the Racers Grand Prix, a World Athletics Continental Silver Meeting. Saturday, June 3 at the National Stadium. Tickets go on sale May 14 at the Jamaica Pegasus. It will be a sizzling affair. One of the biggest.
Welcome everyone. Come on in. Let us have some talk. Let us talk about last weekend, this weekend, this week, what is coming, and all that has been happening. Hello everyone. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening to me at the moment or soon to maybe be listening to us at the moment. Say hi so I can know that you are here. Please also remember that we are also live on our YouTube page, and that is Track and Feelings on YouTube. So follow us on our socials. That is here on Facebook and on our YouTube page. Hey, Rowan. Hey, good to have you tonight. What's up? How have we been? Happy Labor Day to Jamaica. We are now having an holiday. It is indeed Labor Day. So happy laboring to those who were laboring and those who are laboring. Here, what's up? Talk to me. Let us have a conversation. Let us talk. There is so much things to talk about, or there are things to talk about. So why not let us have the conversation here like we normally do? So what's up with you all? What's up with you in your neck of the woods? What is happening for you? How is it going? Ron, how it going? Good night, Howard. Good night. Good night. Yes, Howard. Howard, I like you. You learn it, child. Learn quick, you learn quick, man. Dennis, you're in the building. What's up? Come on in. Share the live as you come so that we can have the discussion, so that we can talk. We know that a lot of things is brewing in our neck of the woods. So let us, anchor it out now. It's raining. Ron, raining where? Where are you? Why it's raining? Let us anchor it out and flesh it out. Sorry about that. Let us flesh out what is happening in our world, which is the track world, in our world, which is the world of track and feelings, track and field. We see a thing you pulling out and stuff. Oh, you're in Trelawney. Okay, well, in Kingston here, it's not raining. So that's fine for me. I'm tired, want to sleep, but it's not raining. Really. Share the live so that persons can, come on in, and so that we can have a discussion. I think we haven't spoken for a week now and stuff. So we have some things I want to talk about. Dennis, you're there. I'm there too. We have some things I want to talk about though, for sure. Some questions that we want answer. Hi, Kaval. Hello, I'm good. How are you doing? Welcome to tonight's live, where we want to have some discussion and talk about some things that in our world. So oh, they say kind of uneasy about the ladies them. Anyone know where? Oh God, we have been having discussion every week, and that discussion has been surrounding her though. We just have to be patient, as I've been saying to others. We just have to be patient in terms of seeing her come out. Be patient until she decides to show us what is happening in her neck of the woods, in her world, and then we'll be able to see how it is and stuff. Great to know that you're doing well, Kaval. As you said, Howard, you said you want to know if Shelly's injured. As I said last week, I hope what she felt the other day isn't detrimental. She did she did say that she had to go get the knee looked at. So I hope it is not severe, and therefore I just have to continue to hope for the best and wish her the best in this that she's going through now, in this that is happening in this time, and just continue to hope that it is not something that will keep her out of 2023 season. That is what I hope for, definitely. Because if it is something that will keep her out of 2023, season, it means that we will be only taking 3 persons to World Championship 2023, and therefore we will be looking for not just one person to be a part of the relay, but now 2 persons to be a part of the relay. So I just have to continue to hope that whatever is happening with her and that knee, it is not severe and it is not detrimental. Hey, darling, my darling. That is what I am hoping for. Good night, Travis. Good night, Travis. So that is what I'm hoping for. I will feel much better to just, or I will say I have conceded my mind to just only thinking that we need one additive to the 4x1 team, and not 2. So I hope our knee thing is not detrimental, and also because she is the defending champion. So I hope. Rohan, yes, as I was saying, yes, she is the defending champion. She is the defending champion. However, because she have reported that she felt a niggle in her knee. I'm saying that I hope that niggle or that discomfort is not something that will keep her out of the 2023 season, because it will be a hit for us. It will be a hard knock for us to have her out of the 2023 season. We are now bracing June. We're 1 week away from June, and remember, trials is July and World Championship is August. So I hope it is not something that will keep her out of the 2023 season. I will continue to say that, and good night, Gary. Good night. Welcome, Gary. Welcome. And I do agree with you, Gary, that I don't believe it is a major injury. But we know how injuries can be. It can be soft now and act itself up later on. So I hope it doesn't act up later on her. So I hope it's something that can be recovered quickly, and because of that also I believe that is one of the reasons why now she's yet to open her season in completion, and therefore I I will go out on a limb and say maybe we will see her at a all-comers meet happening here in Jamaica if she is up to it to test whatever is happening with the knee. Or we will see her somewhere else soon enough. So someone says, oh, Dennis said maybe it's full time. We get 2 new people to the relay. Yeah, the guard is changing. The guard is changing, Dennis, and therefore we will definitely be getting 2 new people to the relay in the pool, or even 4 new persons into the pool of the relay. So that is there. Well, I just started talking and someone had asked about Shelly, so I was just saying that we are hoping that she's not injured or anything detrimental to her at the moment. So that's where we were at. We are not really on any specific topic, and I'm just taking statements from persons as we go along. Howard said, young Alana looks really good. I see her making the team. Howard, you see her making the team. Which team? Are you seeing her making the individual team or the 4x1 team? Answer that question so that we can maybe have a discussion on that and I can share my view on that. All right. Douglas, you said, welcome, Douglas. Welcome. Dougie said, we keep talking about the 4x1 relay. At this time, I would like the ladies come together to have practice. Having the fastest 4 ladies, no relay practice will lead to another lose. It is something that we here on Track and Feelings consistently speak about. The athletes, the ladies doing those baton exchanges and working on it and getting it right. We saw 4 totally new people, well, not new to the relay, but new people who challenged that over the weekend and did really wonderfully well, and stuff. I commend that team for what they did over the weekend. It was really good to see Jamaica seeding a 4x1 team. However, a little bit disappointed for me that none of our elite athletes was a part of that, even though I know that they weren't there. But the ladies need, with a capital letter, the baton exchange practices, even though I am told that they do have practices for them. However, we know that those practices is what happens in the meet in terms of when World Championship is happening. And I still do believe that that is not enough to get us to the record. So therefore, I feel like I need to condition my mind for just start one lose. I'm just saying, because we're not having practices. So maybe we need to condition our mind, or maybe we need to condition our mind in that. I agree with you who says total healing over Shelley and Elaine. I will add another, total healing and total healthiness. It's not a word, but health for the complete track athlete team for Jamaica and for across the world. I would say that so that we can see some good things happening. Gary, we know say you preach all this time. We say for years. Come on, Gart Gayle, make it happen. It's not that, Gary, let me say this, it's not that Gart Gayle have not made it happen. It is there. It is mandatory. Douglas can chime in on this too. But the camp is mandatory. The practice is mandatory, but the practice or the camp is mandatory at World Championship, at Olympics, I have been saying that they need to practice outside of those times. I know, Xavier, that we have different camps. Persons are in different camps all over the place, especially now because we no longer have Shelly and Elaine in the same camp. We no longer have Shelly, Elaine, and Sharika in the same camp. We are now looking on 3 different camps. So it is a little bit, for me, I don't think it is a little bit hard to get all ladies together. I believe it takes a sit down and a communication and a session, I mean, to happen where we're saying if we're gonna do this, and I believe that our elite or top 3 need to also believe and also want this record and want this win and also put themselves in the position to get this win and get this record, and therefore say, you know, guys, let us come together at one meet, even if it is that we're not running at this meet. Can we see how best we all can be at a meet that is offering a relay there, and we practice it or we get it in? So I believe it can happen and require a conversation, my viewpoint. Tinger said it depends on what's happening with Elaine and Shelly. I saw that Forbes touched the 10. Congratulations to Shashali Forbes for coming up in that league, running sub 11. It's been coming. I know she has been putting in the work, and therefore her work is paying off now, and it's big congratulations to her. Well done to her. I know she's elated in seeing herself. She's elated in seeing herself being in that midst and being in there. So again, big congratulations to her. I am really proud of her. If anybody knows me much, I have been one rooting in the background with her. So I'm really proud of her, and I'm happy for her to finally get in there. So that's kudos to her, and continue striving for greater, because greater things must come, you know. Greater things must come. Sorry. All right, so you're saying, okay, she touched it. So depending on all that, Alana can slip in the individual, and I believe she should go and relate to member. All right. Member who says that Alana can slip into the individual. This is me, my viewpoint personally. I don't know. She can slip in the individual, not taking that away from her, but I don't know if she is ready to face the elite athletes on that level of stage. And also bear in mind that senior trials and junior trials is the same time. Senior trials and junior trials is the same time, and she will have to choose and decide which one it is that she wants to go. If she chooses to go to junior trials, to juniors happen July, the championships, and senior World Athletics Championship happens August. That would be a lot of workload on her body to do, but possible. It is possible. Not taking that away from her. Not taking that away from her at all. Different camps, different training programs. Yeah, we know the training programs them different and stuff. So the person that says they all train, They all train here now. Hard it is to make themselves available 1 hour per week for some band practice. It don't even require 1 hour per week for them to do a band practice together. But it just requires some band practice. It just require. I've said this before over here that I would love to see J3 suit some mixed teams. I mean, whenever, in terms of you can have the big three being a part of 3 different teams, and you fit some teams there. It is practice for them to get back exchanges in. If it is that you don't want to put all 3 of them together, but something needs to happen, something have to happen. And if nothing happens, then we, as me say, we have to condition our mind to continue losing. Why J3 have to wait until championship to have camps? J3 wait until championship to have camps because remember J3 doesn't manage the athletes, and as you said before, Xavier, they are part of different camps. So the best time to get them, when they can get them and they have all authority to make it mandatory is the championship time, when they make the camp mandatory to happen. That's my opinion on that. We're just going through in the comments, right? What it needs is for the coach to put their ego aside and make it happen. Won't even call a name, but you who writes that knows very well that we don't know how that is going to happen, because we see this the happenings of just fielding the relay team every year becoming a problem, or is a problem, or stuff like that. And I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. All team sports have camps. Yeah, all team sports have camps and stuff. But remember, the team aspect of track and field is only when it comes to the relay aspect, the relay part. Most of track and field is individual. So yeah, 1 and 2 practice session while at a championship won't work. I definitely agree that 1 and 2 practice won't work. We have seen it happen. I mean, last year we saw and heard for ourselves that they really never get a practice, for the team ending up the team ending up suffering, the country ending up suffering for that also. Even though I am told that yes, they did practice, because I still hold firm and still is furious about why the lineup was the way it was. And I was told that the starter to the second leg, so Kemba to Elaine, in practice was the best option. So even though we out here thought that Brianna to Elaine was the best option, I was told that in practice last year, then Brianna to Elaine was not working out. I can't say outcomes, but that's the reason why we ended up with that. What do I say now?
That debacle.
That debacle, exactly. Exactly.
Let me just add to that.
Doug, yes, we know that.
Let me address that with the relay camps. I think what happened in 2000 and when was it 2011, due to external forces, and we can call him Steve Francis, he never wanted the camps to be mandatory, as in if you don't go to the camp, you can't run on the relay. Because his statement to the J3 was they have champions and they're champions and they know their thing and they have to get the best out of them at a particular time, and he has the best regime. That was the reason why Paul Francis was included in the coaching committee, in the coaching group, as a liaison with Steve Francis. So we don't say Steve mouthpiece. So we saw that, and we've seen ever since. Let us call a spade a spade. The reason why it is hurting us the most now is because of the runners that we have. That's the reason. We are expecting with the 3 fastest women of this generation that you are supposed to break the world record. Seeing who broke the world record, they only had really one all-star at the time in a 100-meter sprinter, which was Jetta. We know Allyson Felix has been the cream of the crop when it comes to backstretch. I think the only backstretch runner in the modern era better than her is Sharon Simpson, or that can challenge her is Sharon Simpson. So we've seen these things, but what happened last year was that we realized the importance of the camp because we always get away with it. That is what really happened. If you notice, we have won every World Championships minus 2017 and 2011 in the 4x1s. From 2009 straight up to 2000 and up till last year, we've only lost 2, right? 2011 and 2017. So because of that, we just automatically assume that the girl's going to get it right. That's never the case, right? That is never the case. The relay camps is important because what we don't realize is that we have a target on our back. And people are going and saying, oh, Jamaica has the 3 fastest women, we can beat them, especially the Americans. So the camp is important. We're taking it for granted that because our runners are fast, we can get away with anything. And that's something that needs to stop.
Okay, sorry guys about that just now. Okay, so we continue. I was just trying to look for something. So Tinger said we need to identify when can relays and what position suits them best for the team. We all will agree that we need to identify what suits best for the team and also what the best strengths are in order to make the relay. That has not been going our way in terms of we soothing them best for the team in that way and stuff like that, and therefore the results that we have been getting is what we have been. Somebody says she can run in senior trials and indicate that she still wants to be a part of junior team. And we can just assume who said that. Right. But Dougie, what I'm saying, we know that she can, Alana, we're speaking of Alana here. We know Alana can run in senior trials and indicate that she wants to be a part of the junior team. However, would you say that is the best option for her body and the workload that it will bring in terms of she will have to then go away for July for the junior championships and then travel back or travel wherever, I don't remember where Tinger is keeping, to be a part of the senior team or to travel with the seniors to go? Would it be good on her? Wouldn't the workload be a bit heavy or hefty for her? Hefty for her to do juniors and seniors? That is my question. That is just my
Here's the thing. There is no World Junior, World Under 20. Let me just correct it. It's World Under 20, so I forget the correct name. There is no World Under 20 this year. There is NACAC Under 20, there's Panam Under 20. There is no World Under 20. So, and knowing next year she will still be a junior.
Right, but
so,
we're talking about 2023 because someone was saying that they think she can make.
There's no World Junior, so the goal is the senior team. The goal is the senior team. Like I said, there is no World Junior.
There is something happening in July.
The Panam Juniors, NACAC Under 20s, both of them.
Okay.
I don't think she should go to that. I think you should leave that to Miss James. Make Miss James deal with that. I think she's good enough to deal with that. And if Serena is fit coming that way, she can also get that to get her confidence back up. But Alana is a little bit bigger for Panams and NACAC. So I would suggest focus her attention on making the senior team. I would love for her to make the senior team because I love her as a starter. I'm sorry. I love Alana as a starter.
You love for her to make the senior team relays and not the senior team individual?
I don't think she'll make the senior team individually.
Okay.
I don't think she can make the relay team either. If she don't make the senior team, she's not getting the relay team.
I mean,
No,
if she's fifth,
yes, she
if
can
she's
come
fifth, you could
4, 5, or 6. I made the senior team.
right.
Senior
And
for the
if
relay
that's the
team.
case, she's going to run the heat. And I think if she does an outstanding job running the heat, and based on what I'm being told, they're looking to put Shelly on the backstretch this year, which makes a lot of sense. Um, so if so, I mean, if Sherika's not going there, the best bet is Shelly. I'm just saying.
Why
So
would you put Shelly on the backstretch though?
Shelly has the fastest
Shelly will
backstretch
not.
of all time.
Yeah, but Shelly will not do a
Shelly has the
200
fastest
meter this
backstretch.
year.
Yeah, but we keep living in the
That's what
past,
I'm saying.
Jeremy. We keep living
But
in
that's
the
what I'm
past
saying.
now.
The fact that she's not doing a 200 meter.
The backstretch is 110 meters.
And even though she's not doing a 200 meter, she can still run 110 meters.
All right.
I mean, let's be.
Gary says, as I've stated on numerous occasions, I think the best relay approach is to have a mandatory relay camp like the US. Jamaica does have a mandatory relay camp. People just always break that rule. That is one. Let me say that. Don't take part in the relay camp. You don't run on the relay. Okay, I am in agreement with the second part. However, what happens if the big three don't take part in the relay camp?
Exactly.
Because they deem their individual race is more important than.
But they do believe that the individual races are important.
That's why I said more, and therefore
they always think that way.
Yeah, but they still take part in it. What you saying? If you don't take part in the relay camp, then
let us be real.
You know what might happen, Jermaine? Wait, hold on. You might have to carry 6 persons separate apart from the 3. If you make a mandatory relay camp.
You have to, but okay. You
carry 6 apart from the 3 because you can't deny them the individual.
No, it's not denying them individual. I'm just saying, what if they decide not to take part in that? Then what do we do? However, as you are saying, 6, you can't take 6 because you only can name 6. You can't take 6.
Actually, I think you can name 8, but you can only work 6. So you have 2 reserves as well as the 6 that are going to be that can take part. So even if you do that, you still only can take 5.
Hurdlers that can run. But
you can't. Here's the joke about it. Here's what we are talking about with the big 3. Shelly is going for title number 6. So you know her focus is on that. You know Shelly's focus was on title number 6. Sherika is looking to win the double this year, so her focus is on that 1, 2. And Elaine is seeking redemption. So you think they're gonna have time to leave it really right about now? They all have, each of them have a goal this year. Sherika is chasing that 200 meter world record and that 10-6. Shelly is going for title number 6. And Elaine is seeking redemption.
I should chase in 10-5. I should chase in 10-5.
And she chasing 10-5. So it's any way you put it, these 3 have big targets. Like, so to tell them to take time to work on a relay, they're not going to do that. But they all want to run.
Even if they get a bronze in the relay this year, even if they get a bronze this year running, they don't care. To be honest.
Exactly.
They don't.
Thank you, Howard, for bringing that. That's a topic that I wanted to speak about. That's why I posted this quote. Michael Johnson thing, shedding the light on the appearances of elite athletes. It is something I would definitely go and speak about tonight. I think we can just jump into it. Or I should just complete the comments, then I can jump into that because
complete the comments.
All right, so just remember. Someone says we were getting away with it because the ladies were on the most part from one camp. I agree that we normally get away with it because 3 of them was in one camp, or 2 of them at that time, which is Shelly and Elaine, was in one camp, and therefore it just normally slide and just normally look as if it was nothing. But now that the big 3 is in 3 separate camps, we are seeing the effect of it. Jamaica just don't know how to work cohesively. The women, let me say that.
I think the men have it so much easier because they're all literally right across the road from each other.
So Dougie, agree with me that Alana may not be ready for all that workload, right? So
all right, hold on. Let me stop there. So with the Alana thing, Alana has made it known that her goal is to make the team. Alana is also the second fastest Jamaican this year. most of her training was never geared for champs.
Yeah,
Think
we
about
know
that
that.
before we make
But,
any move.
but the question that I had asked is if it is that it would be fair for her to take on the knockout juniors
She's not going to.
in July
She's not going to.
and then to take on the seniors. So that was what I asked. Why he was answering that he don't think that she's ready for that. Gary said Shelly has run on all legs. Yeah, man, we know that it's only two persons.
Shelly and VC. Shelly and VC.
That's ever run all four legs and that's fine. Shelly and Fraser Price. And,
Well, let us give Karen her credit.
Fraser Price and Dr. Veronica Campbell Brown. Yeah.
Karen Stewart has run all four legs, but she did the
Just
first leg on Commonwealth team. She never did that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but Karen and we Karen can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But Shelly and Veronica has done it in World Championship, Olympic,
and Olympics. Yeah.
And Olympics. So.
But yeah, continue the comments.
Somebody said the three of them lose last time around anyhow. Not sure.
Let me put this in status. Last year we lost because of two errors, and they were very blatant. The first change and the second exchange. That split second is what lost us. Because had we done that, even without a camp, we would have won. If you realize the gap between TT Terry and Sherika was very small. I don't expect that those problems will happen again. I think, like I said, based on what I am hearing, having spoken to some, because people talk to me every day, thanks to Track and Feelings, that people find me. But something that I'm hearing is that the consideration of moving back Shelly to the second leg and Elaine to the third leg is making a lot of sense.
Why they can't move Sherika?
Well, we're going to go over this 4 times in a row now. Are we going to talk about this 4 times?
I'm just messing with you. I'm not going there. But the
operative thing though is I think all of us believe this in consensus. We would love for Shelly to anchor Sherika around the back stretch.
I have a question though. When Kevona Davis makes the team, we're gonna put her to run.
Kevona Davis runs the back stretch.
Okay.
So Shelly would end up having to start.
You see? At all times.
We're not going over this, we are not going over this.
No,
we're not going over the ankle leg, We're not going over the ankle leg,
We're not touching that.
Put down on our
all
foot
times.
And make sure.
Jermaine is more comfortable in putting anybody on the second leg except Sherika. We're not going over it.
I'm not comfortable with it.
I'm not going over it. I just wanted
Isn't she's not able to learn?
It's not that she's not able
she have a learning disability.
It's not that she's not able to learn. She's not interested, and that's the problem. Had she been interested, she would have done it already.
So you're telling me, so you're telling me we're not doing this. Comes girl, so what you're saying?
You asked me. I told you. That's why I said to you, it don't make sense to argue over it. It's not change.
We're not arguing over it. I don't argue over these things when it comes to you and Sherika, my darling. I'm just saying, you are saying to me that you give Sherika all right to say she's not willing to learn, but yet still you will not give someone else the opportunity to say, yo, I don't think I can do it, or I'm not willing to learn because I only Sherika alone that's cemented for. That's
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying everyone else is able to adjust. That's why the Elaines and the Sherry
can adjust. She's sick. She's disabled.
Don't ask me. I'm just giving the information I was told.
You are encouraging that anyway.
I'm not encouraging it. I'm saying it is what it is. It is what it is. We're not going to get back. No, it is what it is. I would love her to run the backstretch. I am telling you, in an ideal world, she runs my backstretch. But we know what we know. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, but it is what it is.
Let's talk about Sydney McLaughlin and Athing, please.
What about them? Going back to the market.
It's called business. It's called business.
Gary said
it's business.
So what are you shouting? Gary said when Sharika was at Veer, did she always anchor? What about her runs
Yes, she
at
did.
Carifta and World? What about her runs at Carifta and World Juniors?
Sharika has always anchored on a 4x1. Leave it there, so. You can check any tape and every tape because before I did
Sharika is
anything
not
and
the best anchor, but Sharika is not the best
I
anchor.
never said we know that, but it is what it is.
No, that is you say what you say. My opinion, Sharika is not the best anchor. Left it right.
She's a 10-7, 121 4 runner. Like, yeah, if you get
you have a 10-5 and you have a 10-6. You have a 10-5, you have a 10-5 and you have a 10-6. All right, we're done this. So, David said his team would be Shelly to Sharika to Elaine to Alana.
Hell no.
Interesting. Interesting.
I'm not giving. So what you're saying is you're putting all the speed on the first 3 legs and playing catch me if you can. Yes, she's 10-9, but I would prefer her to start because if you check her split at Carifta, not at Carifta, at Champs, her split at Champs was on par with that of the likes of Brianna Williams, and believe it or not, was just 200 of a second or 300 of a second shy of the starting leg of the 2016 Tiana Bartoletto. She's that quick. Let us give. That's why I said I would love for her to start because we have seen it. She gets out of the blocks very fast for a tall girl. She has very long strides and a great turnover. That's her power. You get her out that blocks. She's a 10-9-2 runner right now. I think she's a 10-8-5 runner. You're not going to find better starters than that. Let us be real. You're not going to find better starters than that in Jamaica, who can give you 10-9 running from start to finish. And we see she whooped Brianna the other day, so we know that.
Okay, yeah. So what are we saying regarding the Athingu and Sydney now?
It's a business.
It is business.
It's a business. I'm looking. Hold on there. I'm looking at the Diamond League prize money. It's not worth it for them. Whatever their sponsorship are paying them, it's not worth it.
We have to remember, Sydney is the 2-time or 3-time world record over the 400 meter hurdles. She is a world champion over the 4x4. She is arguably one of the faces of track and field, especially in USA. Just to get her to appear is a lot of money. I think it was Gary who wrote in his group that he said Sydney has not run a Diamond League since 2019. Yet still, Sydney is one of the highest paid track and field athletes in the world. Put that together. Let's put that together. Athin has run the circuit, but Athin has also set herself up because here's the thing about Sid and Athin. They are contenders in 2 events.
Hello, Athin is no contender in like 1500. Athin can't run 1500, so she must stick to the 800.
No, she's an 800 and a 400 meter runner. She's an 8 and 4 runner. So she and Sid going the 4 hurdles and the 400. These are both persons who are contenders in both events. I'm good to go.
You have to bear in mind that he's pulling them from their own, his own meat. What is up with that? That is what I'm talking. What is up with that? I'm not talking.
There's a difference between.
We are that discussion.
There's a difference between Kirsty the coach and Kirsty the promoter. They're 2 different people.
The promoter.
They're 2 different people.
And we had that discussion, Tayo. Separate apart from the entity law. Yeah, it's separate apart from what it is. I'm your manager, but I don't need you to run because they can pay you.
Exactly.
No. Why, if you don't need them to run, why you put them up? Why you put them there?
It's because he's the promoter, so he wants them to run. But as the coach, he knows that they're not at the best state to be running right now. Plus, them he knows that the money not right. Because remember, when they get paid, he gets paid. When they get paid, he gets paid. So,
Douglas might surprise me in what?
I think not giving me one. I think it's not giving me 3 minutes 20 in a 1500 meters. I'm quite fine. Not even 15. Let me not say that because that's a fast time. She's not giving me 450 or 350, 355 in a 1500. So she's quite fine. She's a great 800, 400 meter run. She's a speedy 800 meter runner. Let's call it what it is. You have and that's the thing about these distances that are centered. Good 400 meter runners with very good speed, with very good endurance, can run great 800 meters. Then you have people who are endurance who can pace themselves, who are 1500, 800 meter runners. Same thing with 1-2 and 2-4. She's a great 400 meter runner. She's an excellent 800 meter runner. Carrying her up another 700 meters might be damage to her. So I don't think she's going to compete with the Hassans of the world and these girls of the world who are running 350 and 350 low and 40, and she's not there. That's just my opinion. Maybe she can surprise me.
Well, him said she may surprise us. All right. So I'm just gonna read what Michael Johnson said. Michael Johnson says, why do track athletes pull out of meets and seldom compete against rivals? He said, I'll explain. Pro track, Diamond League, etc. never established itself. We don't know what she's doing in training, why the coach wants her to run it. Remember, even though she has the bye, let me say question and I remember. Even though she has the bye to the 800, right? Don't she has to run at least one race to get that bye?
No, she doesn't, because the standard is every 2 years. She has more than set the standard, so she's perfectly fine. She's perfectly fine. She's not going to run a race.
So, all right, cool. All right, so he says, let us explain that now. He's saying that pro track, Diamond League, etc. never established itself separate and apart from Olympic and World Championship. Track's structure prioritize Olympic and World Championship. BJ, yeah, because I think so too. I do think so too. BJ is saying that they do. She does. Maybe IWF rule is that you don't have to, but remember America have them own rule. If my memory serves me correct, I can check it out. America have them rule that she has to.
She is expected to show up at the trial. Regardless, which is a very stupid rule because they already have a bias. I don't understand why they ask her to show up, but you can show up if you want to.
All right, Olympic and World Championship equal big money, big recognition, career legacy, and end of year ranking. Pro meets equals small money, no recognition, risk to end of year ranking. Most athletes. Thank you, Gary, because I do believe so too. Gary said US rules require you to run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a stupid rule. But anyway.
Pro meets equals small money, no recognition, risk to end of year ranking. Most athletes' majority income comes from some shoe contracts with 3 components: base salary, bonuses, and reductions. Big bonuses for good Olympic and World Championship performance. Big reductions to base for poor Olympic and World Championship performance or poor ranking. Rankings heavily weight to number 1, Olympic and World Championship performance. 2, record against top competitors. The champion athletes making high 6 figures or more can only gain bonus or bigger contract from continued Olympic, World Championship, and ranking success, and actually can lose reductions from the pro meet risk effectively for the sports. Biggest sport stars, pro meets require gain money one time. Risk is big.
All right, let me speak about
Gary
that.
Said,
Can I?
1 second.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
1 second. Gary said, doesn't Jamaica has a similar rule and didn't?
No, they don't.
Hold on. Only defensive, sir. And didn't it cause Shelley to false start in the semi last year? Gary, no. Jamaica don't have that rule. Jamaica.
Yeah, Shelley just showed up because she wanted to get her run out.
Shelley chose to do what she did. That's a choice of hers. She never had to run as the defending champion for World Championship, or you are the Diamond League winner. if you are from Jamaica, you don't have to run.
You don't have to run.
You chose to pass it. You
right. She just did it.
Now, if you
she just did it as a run out.
Because Shelly never did that. Shelly wanted maybe for her body to feel out her body. She chose to run.
I think she had not run for like 3 weeks prior to. So she was just kind of getting a run out.
And therefore, for me,
oh, and she also had to run the 200, so she was kind of getting something called warm up. So she was running the 200 the next day. Yeah.
For me, that is why I say, being that she has not opened her season as yet, it's dependent on when she run again. She may decide to run trials some way, somehow. He asked the question: Did we ever had a defending champion who never took part in World Championship?
Yes, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce 2017.
Huh?
Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce 2017. She won in 2015, but she didn't take part because she was pregnant.
Oh yeah. Hi Jason. Did Jamaica ever had a defending?
Oh, and Bridget Foster Hilton, because she ran in 2009, and I think she got injured in 2011.
And she got
Right, so she never took part.
All right, go ahead. Zayvon, you wanted to speak, I think, on Michael Johnson.
Yeah, because the prize money, I just researched the prize money to win gold last year at World Championship was $70,000 US. So why would I run the Diamond League circuit that's going to pay me $30,000 to win the entire circuit?
Go again, why you what?
So most athletes won't do the Diamond League circuits. Like Sydney won't run the Diamond League circuit because it's a better payday to just run World Championship because it's a 70K payday.
Not only that, we've seen the likes of Marcel Jacobs and others who are champions refuse. Because here's the thing: nobody cares if you're a Diamond League champion. True, nobody even cares if you're a world champion. That Olympic gold medal, but the gold medals matter for a lot of things. So, like, why you don't get paid in the Olympics, right? You're not paid in the Olympics. But the money that comes with saying the Olympic champion, that is why Elaine Canada for Hungary. Elaine Canada for Hungary. She's a double Olympic champion.
Not that, no way. She can't.
Right? So, if it was dependent on medals, every 4 years alone, Elaine would make money. You know, every 4 years alone, Elaine would make money. But the likes of Shelly-Ann Fraser, Elaine Thompson era, even Usain Bolt and others who are Olympic and world champions, what you will find out is there is more money that comes with it. A sponsor spends more money on you. Elaine got that deal with Puma, not because of what she did on the Diamond League, but because she was the double Olympic champion. That's why Puma sharp out their money. So athletes like Sid, and it goes back to the ranking. Have you ever realized that there's times when the Olympic or world champion isn't ranked number one in the world?
What on the Gary said something. What on there? Gary said, who said she gets 30,000? The Botswana Kelly was paid 60,000.
That's an appearance fee.
That's something different. That's appearance fees.
Man, we were talking about world
prize
money a while
prize
ago.
Money. Appearance fees what your manager.
There's a point I think they said that one of them Usain Bolt ran a meet where it was $500,000 US just to get him. And that's why you will notice that Usain
the meet in England. Remember, Usain Bolt didn't run in England because
the tax thing.
It's too much tax. Yeah, and
they changed the rules for him. They had to change the rules.
When it is that they were gonna have them, you realize that forgot happen over there. They changed it.
And here's the thing about it: if you realize, especially in the latter part of his career, Usain Bolt never did a lot of Diamond League because these small meets in Italy or in Czech Republic or in these places he was the main attraction. He could get 150,000, 200,000 US from them because people will spend money to come and watch him. It's the same thing with the Shelly-Ann Frasers and the Elaines of the world.
I don't like when athletes is slate. I don't like. This is my personal thought, my personal opinion, guys. I do not like when athletes is slated to run somewhere and then pull out because I spend my money for buy the tickets. I spend my money for buy the plane player for go there and come there. Just here so that me come in there.
Jeremy in the music. It's a Jamaican culture.
Mm-hmm. I've been on shows where artists get the day of the performance. We're not about to do this.
Yeah.
The day of the show.
So it's a mentality that we have as Jamaicans.
Here's the thing about a lot of these contracts. 50% of most of these money is non-refundable. Just to use your name, just to sell tickets. So if I'm paying you 100,000 for an appearance fee, and I give you 100,000, 50,000 of that is non-refundable.
So that is the reason why, because that is the reason why Bobby Kersey pulled him at me, because he's saying, "We said them are gonna come and meet, never fear use them picture up on the poster." Is that?
No, but that's marketing, and that's what
marketing.
That is the reason why I'm saying that is the reason why. So I'm agreeing with you. No.
You want Adidas put you on the posters and nobody don't pay you?
Exactly. Like, let's be real. Look at Racers Grand Prix. What if Noah Lyles pulls out? Me buy my ticket already? You understand?
No one pull. And as we're on the Noah Lyles story, guys, please come on. Gary, right. You're damn foreign. You see, even though you're damn foreign, you can sponsor somebody one ticket. Gary, just drop in on my inbox.
You can sponsor the admin.
No, Gary, you can drop in on my inbox and sponsor somebody one ticket because you're very vocal. I'm just saying, you can sponsor if you're overseas, guys. I mean, Grand Prix is gonna be shown. Yeah. Grand Prix is gonna be shown on TV. One Spot Media. Yeah, Gary, dropping on my inbox. You can sponsor somebody.
And here's the thing,
guys. Okay. We're not gonna give them
overseas people.
Like that. Just listen
to
the question
and
pay attention.
Pay attention
to the page.
Right.
No, we're not sponsored.
Right.
Pay attention to the page.
Yeah.
The question.
So anybody.
You answer.
Anybody.
In Jamaica.
And you get your ticket to Grand Prix. That's fine.
Right, and admins aren't able to collect. So I'm sorry. We
can't collect. Friends and family of admin can't collect.
Yes. So anybody over here that would like to sponsor somebody, you can drop in our inbox. You can drop in our inbox and we put on something so that persons can win it, please. And as we are on the Noah Lyles thing, guys, once you are able to, right, and stuff, bear in mind. Yeah, man, Gary dropping on my inbox. Just drop over on my inbox.
Yeah, man, just drop it on the inbox.
Drop in our inbox there. Once you are able to bear in mind that Noah Lyles will be, no, if not, but now maybe, unless something drastic happen that will make him not come, but he will be. NBC will also be here.
Covering him, yes.
Film, call the word.
Filming.
Covering the broadcast.
Covering the broadcast, covering his race particular, and they want to see how us here in Jamaica react to sports, react to Noah. So they will be in the stadium, in the mids, in our mids and stuff. So let us come on out. Also, not just because Noah is coming, but let us come on out and support the meet. It is really a good effort from our side.
Jamaicans like Noah by default. We like Noah by default. I show him there with that.
Yeah, man.
So we'll adapt him. He can come. No one we know.
And stuff.
But I want to also add to the statement that Michael Johnson made. If we go back to, what was it, 1997, 98, the race between himself and Donovan Bailey, the $1 million race. Now, Michael, the winner was getting $1 million. The person who came second was getting 500,000. Now, we have seen this year that Marcel Jacobs and Fred Curley have been going at it.
And I love that. So that we're able to see. I hate the fact that elite athletes are not competing, are not giving us something. We have to wait till we're understand what.
Honestly, that's the one thing with the rate as offer. That's the one thing with the rate as offer.
He will always
run. Give him the money and him run. Him have a run. You know, and I think what we have, what is happening though.
I've said it before. That's why. Go ahead, Jermaine.
Yeah, what you have noticed is rivalry sells sports, and I think that's the reason why track and field is where it's at. If you look at basketball, we talk about the rivals of the Boston Celtics, or the playoffs are going on right now. It's rivalry. Talk about boxing, you talk about football, you talk about all sports. Rivalry sells sport. Track and field hasn't had a rivalry since Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin. And that's a sad part because everybody's too nice. And I'm going to be honest with you, this new generation of athletes, not just athletes that run track, but athletes overall, they bore the hell out of me. That's why I loved what Fred Curley and Marcel has been doing, because it is building interest. People are going at it, and there's debate starting. We saw Ray Edwards have a survey on his page. We see Flow Track have a survey on theirs. We are seeing the interest building, the showdown, the world champion versus the Olympic champion. You know, can we go at it? 976 versus 980. How is it going? And then the fact about it is they're sprinkling the Trayvon Brummels and the Christian Colemans of the world. And the fact is, I'm liking the fact that the name Oblique Seville is getting mentioned in it. You know, so you're seeing that we are coming to that. I think that's one of the things I love about Shelly. She takes everybody as a rival. And you see that. Like, you see that. Marcel Jacobs hasn't run really since he won the Olympics.
The man haven't to run.
The man not run.
Nowhere.
He never run nowhere. So it's like the diamond league. But I love athletes who have that fight about them. That I want to beat everybody. Oh, you beat me? Okay, I'm coming for you. I think we don't have enough of those in track and field. And
we over here said that, I mean, especially like for the women 100 meter and the 200 meter, corporate companies putting the money where the mouth is. Put that bid so that you can bring these people together and make them go at it. If the bid start at 500,000, so the winner gets.
I have a corporate company. What is going to do for my company?
Yes,
what is going to do
Jamaicans Jamaicans don't spend their money on anything.
You don't have to be Jamaican.
Jamaica, I'm just saying, so that you get to see something happen.
Puma has Elaine and Sherika. Let Elaine get fit and say we're going to have a 200 meter showdown. The two fastest 200 meter runners since Flojo. Elaine versus Sherika. Puma putting on that money. Because Puma sponsored both of them. Let us see the winner.
What we're saying is people can put it so that we don't have to wait until Olympic or World Championship to see these people running up against each other.
Can you imagine a fit Elaine 21.53 versus a fit Sherika 21.41 early season? The two of them fit, them just going at it. The two fastest 200 meter runners in the world, one-on-one.
Joel, may I pray hard. Because them two records,
you don't even need corporate. You need a good conversation, a good sit down, and you just do it for the love.
And no, not only that. You don't even need that. What about pay-per-view? What about pay-per-view? You spend $10 to watch that showdown. I'm sure there are going to be at least 300,000 track and field fans wanting. Okay, you say Sherika, Elaine, Marcel,
and sell 20 people.
Right, Marcel, Curly. Put the two rivals in the sprints, male and female. Put them against each other.
It doesn't have to be the two of them alone. One night. It don't have to be the two of them alone, but put it together. But these are the people that will be in it, the main attractors, because you're hoping that one out of the two will break it. As I said, both on the male side.
But Grand Prix is the closest to it, though.
Yeah, but you don't have.
But
remember, Grand Prix is still an option. Now, if encouragement sweeten the labor, it's work. Now, if it is tell me. If it is that I know that 1 million US or 2 million, 3 million US is on the line to break the record, and they say, okay, we are giving you guys 5 tries. The bid starts at $1 million. 1 million. If you do, for every time $1 million is added. Don't you think the people that must feel like them ready and can make it
copyright your idea? Because next week against.
But what about having? And I love this idea. That's why I mentioned it with the Jamaican women. But what about having Team Adidas, Team Puma, Team New Balance, Team Nike?
Exactly. Putting a relay team together.
Mixed relay carnival. A relay carnival versus the 4 teams.
Because remember now, Team Puma would make up of Sherika and Elaine.
Right. You also have Akeem Blake. You also have Andre DeGrasse. You have so many athletes. You're looking at Team New Balance, which has, I think, Fred Curley is Team New Balance, and Trayvon Bramell. You're looking at Team Nike, which has Shelly versus and Shakari.
We have a relay festival. Whether you have 4x1, 4x2, 4x4, mixed relay, we have female, but it's for those. Puma, Nike, hello? Money that you don't make the money.
And the winning team has to be paid by the losing team. So, for example, Nike wins. Puma, Adidas, New Balance.
I have to put the money for pay.
Have to put the money for pay them.
To pay the prize money. But I'm just saying.
There's things that you can do to excite the athlete. And then here's the thing about it. Teams like New Balance, who doesn't have that much athletes, you'll be surprised to see how many top athletes will come to them. Because they will say, oh, we can't make Team Nike because I'm going to run fast enough. Okay, let me go to team. So you understand the sponsorship wars, getting more athletes, getting athletes who are top. So it works for everybody. But those are the things. If you look at basketball, you have Team Nike, you have Team Adidas, right? You now have Team Under Armour coming up. You see Team Puma coming up. So you know the athletes who are so Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Team Nike. We know that. James Harden, Derrick Rose, Team Adidas. We know these guys. Bring some excitement to the team,
man. We can't sit down and wait. We can't sit down and wait till.
And then in a year like 2020, in a year like 2026, which is an off year, that would be a great time to have this. This is your all year round.
You know that question here come from Gary. Me not ask Christ, you know. Me know, man. Gary says, "What are you?"
He is going to be running in the Diamond League.
No, he says, "What are your thoughts on Glenn Mills not allowing Oblique Seville to ever run in the Diamond League?"
He'll be running in the Diamond League.
He's afraid of flying. I think
Oblique
is afraid of flying. I guess. That's after World Championship when he has to go to Europe.
Yeah. Right. I think what is happening is you have to understand.
They will keep him there.
Oblique Seville, Akeem Blake, they are young talents that they are growing. I think when Akeem and Oblique got their taste in the US, if they're gonna go do some more Grand Prix and get their taste, but you don't want to overwork them. If you realize they're on a great trajectory, get them there. And it's a strategic plan. The faster you get, the more money you can bring in, the more money you can get offered. So it's the simple things. And I think we don't need to question Glenn Mills. He did this with Johan Blake for 2 years. From 2009 to 2011, Johan Blake never got.
So my thoughts on it. My thoughts on it is that I'm not going to use the word sheltering him, but he is making sure that when he puts him out there, he won't be damaging him in terms of what it is that he will need to do and to achieve. So he will put him out there in the test space as best as he can before he puts him on the Diamond League circuit. As much as we may think Oblique Seville is not.
I think he is. He is right. I think he is ready. I think it's just strategic. Well, trust Glenn Mills. Glenn Mills has done it on 4 occasions. Trust him. We're talking about from Raymond Stewart, Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, Warren Weir, that group that he had. I know he's getting another crop. Trust him. He's done that before.
We're going to be having. If we're going to be having an issue or a concern with him putting Oblique Seville out, then we will definitely going to be having issue with this new set of crops that he have, because this new set of crop that he has is more troubled injury-wise than Oblique Seville.
Remember, he has Javon Matheson. That
is the reason why I said it's more troubled injury-wise than Nation.
But we also have to understand
I trust Glenn. Glenn knows what he's doing when the time comes. Remember, he also had Flyer Boy. Zana Hughes. Oh God.
Zana Hughes. But you also have to remember this, guys. Remember, he had Usain Bolt from 2005, and we never saw Usain Bolt on the circuit much till 2008.
And I agree with Douglas. Douglas says Glenn Mills is the coach that never liked athletes running a lot of races. That exactly. He is like that. He prefers for his athletes to just train, rest, and be themselves.
But Usain Bolt said it himself. He trusts the coach, and the coach always says the championships matter. That's the different philosophy between Steve Francis and Glenn Mills.
Dennis says Mattison days in track are over.
Y'all realize that Mattison actually ran. Yep. He ran PB what, last year or this year?
This year. This
year. He PB this year.
Mattison
is what, 24? The man PB this year. By the way, Glenn has had him since last year now. A lot of people don't realize that. From him finish college,
2 years
come down to Glenn.
From Mattison came back from college, yeah.
So let's not act like the man, he knows what he's doing. Mattison PB'd in March. Come on. And remember what his PB was prior to that.
Well,
it was what, 10-21?
BJ is two times this year he has run twice. Yeah, he has run twice this year. But I mean, he is working on him. Glenn is working on him as best as he can. And then we just have to wait and see what comes, what may. What I don't really appreciate. Go ahead, Xavier.
People must understand the makeup of Mattison. Mattison got the opportunity to get an education based on tracks, and he took it. So you wouldn't see that much out of him then. So he got the basic foundation, knowing that he's injury prone, knowing he's giving his full-fledged strength and everything to track and field. Give him a year and a half.
Oh, by the way, let me correct you. Mattison has been with Glenn Mills since his final year of KC. He was there first. Then he came back. He went to Foreign, which was, I don't know. And then he came back to Glenn Mills. They did some work with him in the US to help him get better.
They're trying to him though. That's the only reason he went to Florida.
Right. So, and we all know Florida tends
medical deals and everything.
Florida tends to have one of the best medical facilities when it comes to young track and field athletes. They are very good. That's right. Right. So we have to give him credit. Just give him time. He's 24. One of the problems that we've had is that because we've seen the likes of Asafa Powell, Usain Bolt, Johan Blake break onto the scene at 20 and 21, we assume that that's the natural progression for everybody. That's not how it works. Not in no sport.
Mattison is the better sprinter of all the crops.
Right, he's the more technically gifted. Not the better one. He's the more technical.
He's the better sprinter of everybody right now.
Yes, FSU was his dream school. And it was. I agree with you, BJ. Just asking, anybody saw the article that came out yesterday that says a prominent Jamaican athlete is set to miss this year's World Athletics Championship due to a World Anti-Doping water violation?
Let me answer this. This is not news. And Gary, if you are listening, Gary messaged me about this 3 weeks ago. So I will give Gary his credit. He said to me, just listen out for it, it's coming. Gary messaged me about this 3 weeks ago. So it is coming. I am hearing something.
Unveiling. It's already unveiling itself because it's been
right.
It's been in the space for me for like the past month and a half. But just because they know.
And unfortunately, let me leave that alone because let me not say it is not.
Because
it is not he.
Where is it?
That's what I'm hearing. It's not he.
No, it is a she.
What pronoun?
She. Pronoun she. What we know in the Bible called SHE. She.
It's not a he.
Okay.
BJ, I've been hearing it. Actually, BJ, it's been in my space, and I would say a month and a half ago, and start unveiling itself lately. But I just said it because it was posted to athletics well, Dwight Fraser wrote about it just yesterday. So I was just wondering if, just sharing it over here to say that, RFM Sports understand that the athlete who has been among the top 8 in the world over the last 2 years has missed 3 out of competition tests and has been noticeably absent from competition thus far in 2023. I'll ask her what event she run. Listen to me, man.
Put it this way: there are 2 female athletes.
Underwater whereabouts rule, athletes must make themselves available to drug testers for 1 hour each day between 6 a.m. and 11 p.m. 90 days in advance for out-of-competition testing. Any combination of 3 whereabouts failures declared by WADA or an international federation within a 12-month period will lead to an anti-doping rule violation. This can result in a potential period of ineligibility of up to 2 years for a first offense. Go ahead, Jermaine.
Let me say this. The key reason why the person said first offense, because it is somebody whose first time it is. Leave it there, so. I heard it and I've been hearing through the grapevine. So, 3 names came to mind. 1 400-meter runner and 2 sprinters. Turned out, let me leave it there. So we'll have a talk in the group afterwards because I'm not going to share information like that. But yeah.
It's one of the worst rules ever.
And it's funny because the reason why the person was, if I say why, then it's going to tell you.
Exactly. So leave it right there, so.
But
well, I don't know that I try to figure it out now. BJ said there are 2 females and question mark, so it is not Shelley. But BJ, the article says has not shown since the 2023 season, so it's not either of the 2 then, BJ, because
one was present at an event. Well, one was present at an event.
Somebody said why bring it up? Dennis, why bring it up? Because it is an article that is out there, and what we do, we talk about what is happening in the track world. It doesn't matter.
Gary was the person who said, and I'm going to pick up Gary again. Gary sent me digging about it, and I've not said anything to any of you guys because, so when boy go do research, boy go dig. So, unfortunately, it is sad because the reason behind it don't make no sense. Like,
hey, Sheldon.
Just leave it there, so. But guys, just look out. It will be made.
Joel, stop worry, man.
Joel, you will hear. Joel,
stop worry. Remember, Joel, a 3 round should do, Joel. So stop worry. 62-1-4. Stop worry, Joel. Stop worrying, Joel.
Yes, let me just say it is not who you probably would have think it is. So, but it is a top runner.
Don't worry.
Why are we talking about this?
No, we're talking about it because I read the article. But Dennis, there's a time and place for everything, and when it comes, it comes. Joel, that's what I said. Stop worrying. We don't want to drop down, Joel. Stop that, man.
All right, let me put it this way. If it was the 2 people you were thinking for the most part, it would have been made very obvious by now.
If it was the 2 person who were not think, the world would have known and done.
They would have known a long time.
And Joel, and if me there Sanata about it, me not drop down yet. So stop worrying. No. Don't tell us that we can't mention it until we can call him. The paper never call a name.
We cannot go, regardless of, remember, we're an informal source. We cannot go against a formal source. And then you have to remember that people do listen to this program. Some of the people who you don't even know listen to this program. So we have to be careful. God, there are coaches that listen to this program. Just saying. But yeah, I think also this is just sad because it further tarnishes our name because we didn't have a great mid 2000s. Put it this way, like 2008 go to 2010, 11, it wasn't very pretty for us. So this doesn't really, make it nice.
What's going on? Why are your ships attacking us?
So where that's gone?
To disappear.
I can send you the article as it was sent to me in short order.
Yeah, let's post it on the page. DJ, if we tell you if it's overseas or local, you're going to know it. Just wait now, brother.
Amanda, I don't know what's going on. Somebody was saying something about Big Boy.
Can we not talk about Big Boy and see the national trial?
No, Big Boy, get big up.
My dog agrees. My dog has been silent.
What is happening? What is happening to Tina Clayton?
Tina? For me, the whole thing about Tina, and I said this before, I am in coach. We have two coaches that we trust, and we should just allow them to do their job. Tina, I'm giving her time. I think she has a lot more, and we know this. Tina technically was awful, even though she was faster. She was awful technically. So before you get better, you have to get worse before you get better. So just give her some time. Remember, we said she was Project 2025. That was the goal. That was always the goal. Sure. So give her some time.
Is Kevona rounding up into form?
Kevona is in form. Kevona is very.
She PB'd this year in both events.
Yeah, she's respectful, and I think the system that she's in, she can't be that rebellious like Jamaicans. She have to just play her time.
I will give credit though to that Texas program. Do you realize how fast they are?
No. Yeah, they're quick. But Kevona has to play a junior role because it's just how the US system set up. You can't just come on, take a senior place and not take it. You have to give respect due where respect due. So next season you'll see the real Kevona coming out.
And then you also have to remember, she's playing second fiddle to a girl that played second fiddle to her in high school. Just weird.
Yeah.
But she's the number 2.
But she's senior.
Julian Alfred is right. Julian Alfred is easily the number 1 sprinter there. So we know exactly what's happening. And I think she will take her final year. I think everyone is going to take her final year.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Alfred
Julian finished the next 2 weeks.
Number 1.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So what I say, I am looking forward to the race that is supposed to happen with LA Grand Prix in a couple days time, like in 4 days. The 100-meter female race.
I'm actually looking forward to
Mary Hossetalu
versus Sha'Carri.
NCAA is more.
I'm sorry, I'm waiting for NCAA. That's what's getting my attention right now.
So, somebody asking the question why our 400-meter male runners performing subpar? Is it?
Can I answer that?
Sure, go ahead.
Let me answer that. The standard for 400 meters right now is 43 anything. Guys are running 43 seconds and not even medaling. So far in Jamaica's history, we have 2 men that have ever run sub 44. They are Akeem Bloomfield, who I think is the best prospect we have in the event. And we all know the legendary.
Every year Akeem my best prospect though.
That's how sad it is. And the legendary Big Boy. Both of which have run 44.9, 94, 97, I think it is. 93, 97, or 93, 94. One of them close though. The rest of the world is
I'm just realizing it is you, baby.
Let us be real. Even the US has dipped. You realize who has been winning the 400 meters? The likes of Kirani James, Wayne Van Niekerk, Steve Gardner. So even the US, but the thing about with the US is they can get 4 guys who run 43 mid to 44.0 and put on a 4x1. A 4x4, sorry. We don't have that. Our best 400 meter runner for the past 2 years has been Chris Taylor running 44.6. We can't even get another run on 44.0. And there's no interest in the 400 meters from Jamaicans. Because as soon as a guy looks good for 400, he turns into sprinting. If you notice, some of the best 400 meter runners in the world are also now running 1 and 2. There's nothing in the 400. So until we get back that level of competition we had in the 90s into the mid 2000s, 400 meter is going to be where it is at. Wayne Van Niekerk is coming back into shape. Kirani James is basically out. Steve Gardner, we'll see what happens with him this year if he's fit. And let's see what happens. But the reality is, Jamaica does not have any interest in the men. We barely even have interest in the women 400, and that's been our bread and butter for years.
But I mean, I agree with Sheldon's question asking if it is that it is our coaches or not. I believe that it is on both sides. That, as you said, Jermaine, the athletes themselves are kind of not interested in the event in itself. And then it just, for me, I feel like the coaches are also, would I say, not doing a good job with doing it.
But also, most of these guys don't even want to train for the
athletes. You're not getting the athletes.
What is that?
They don't even want to train for the 400.
You're not getting the athletes. Nobody want to run that 400 sprint anymore.
Let us be real. The 400, remember,
the Jamaican athletes are not interested in the event anymore. Well, not anymore. Jamaican athletes are not interested in it.
It's not that they're not interested. It's that it's like how we've moved the standard in the 100. The standard in the 400 has moved drastically. I remember it was 2015 when there was a particular heat in the world championships where if you weren't running 43, you weren't in the top 3. That's where it is now. I remember the days when 44.3, 44.4 got you a gold medal. We used to hype over Michael Blackwood when he was running 44.5. You know, so the standard has shifted. 44.5 doesn't even get you top 8 in some championships. So and to get to that speed, you need a lot of work. We may have guys who have the ability to do it. I think, what's his name from Calabar is the guy that won class 2. It was. He is a good prospect. I saw the Kingston College duo. Well, one of them isn't ours, but anyway, saw the Kingston College duo. We've had good 400 meter prospects. The problem is the work that it takes to get to where the rest of the world is. We're not doing that.
Sheldon, I stand firm and say yes. Sheldon said, do we forget the individual 400 and just focus on the relays? Say yes. I say to find good 400 meter runners and put them together to make that 4x4 team, and even the mixed relays, because there's no prospect in medaling in the 400. The only thing for them,
Akeem,
the only thing for them is to come in
the best prospect.
Akeem forgot run 200 meters and stop run 400 meters. We stop with that story, no?
But that's the sad thing. He is our best prospect. That's the sad part. Chris Taylor not running 43. And you know, Big Boy not going.
Akeem not going back there.
But that's the sad phase, because when you look at it from this level, if we get 4 guys who are running 44.5, we can medal in a 4x4. Because I don't think
is J3 standard for you to run for qualification is 47:30. And seen as a struggle for run it.
But the thing about it is the world championship standard is different.
Yeah.
The world championship standard is 44 a little bit.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, 44 a little bit is the world championship standard, you know. But and J3 is saying 47:30. So look at that big gap there. So they're struggling to run that 47 in its own self.
That's the sad part. And I think, as I said, if we look at it from our level, we just need to try to get some 400-meter runners who can run the 4x4.
Dennis,
as I said, we can get 444, brother. We're good. Like I said, and as I said, our best.
Name them 44, brother. Name them prospective 44, brother. That we take.
I'm not going to call any more than I expect for call. But let me start with Akeem Bloomfield. Let me start with Nathan Allen, Chris Taylor, two of which I don't believe to run the 400. And then the next name, we'll have to call him, whether or not we like it, because this one pains my heart to call it. You know who me attack.
No, your heart alone it pains to call. I tell you all the time. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, he will always be there. He is the national record holder.
We also have guys like Sean Bailey, who has run 44. So we have the prospects to do it.
Zanjan can be in the midst. CBJ said Zanjan can be in the midst.
Exactly. So we have that. And then remember, you don't need to read.
At the time.
But remember, look at Davian Clark. Davian Clark PB is like 44.6 or something like that. And he's run many sub 43 legs on a 4x4.
Look here.
So you don't need to.
47:30 is for trials because we need some persons for the elite to compete with. Look here. But at the elite, they must struggle for on the 47:30, Douglas.
Listen to me. Right now, the limit should be 45, and if we only have 8 man running 45 straight to finals. Don't listen.
Listen. When I look at J3 times 100-meter woman is 11:60. Well, 11:60 ago. Well, 11:70 ago. But
I think that is to get.
Jamaica go with 11:70.
But even the US to some level have lowered their standards.
11:7.
Even the US have lowered their standards some because I think the World Championship standard is 11 flat or something like so. Or 11 little bit 11-1, right? Which I think is.
But the men 100 meters for Jamaica is 10:60, while J3 while IWF is 10 flat, and a 10:05 anymore at 10 flat.
Which is ridiculous because the Olympic standard is actually better than worse than the World Championship standard. I think it's 10:05 for the Olympic standard.
Olympics is 10:05, World Championship is 10. But I mean, I can't beat them with the 10 flat. 10 flat is
10 flat is ridiculous. Let us be all right. Let us go further than that. Look at the qualification standards for the long jump for men. How much man you see I jump 8:30? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Right? Some of them are 11 flat is ridiculous for a entry standard. It is ridiculous. Yes, Jamaica can produce 8 girls who run 11 seconds and faster. Yes, we can. But it's ridiculous for the rest of the world. Jamaica, USA are the only 2 countries that can give you 8 women running 11 flat. Or 11-0, they could be the only 2 countries.
All right. Singer is asking, do we build from now? Malik Smith Band. Sheldon is asking, do we build from now? Malik Smith Band. Terry Marquis White, Dunkley, to name a few for the 400 meters.
The problem is they lose interest after them get to a certain stage. They lose interest. Let us be real. We've always had good 400 meters.
By the time they reach 18,
you're breaking up.
No, by the time they reach class 1, they don't want to do 400 anymore.
Exactly.
They become senior in the track program at the high school that they just drop that event. The coach can't tell them to go run that event.
Yeah, but that is the reason why. So why can't we? Okay, we see that the 400 meter, for example, is dying. Why can't we build a program then to take them in and get them to have some form?
You want me to give you some names? Let me give you some names. Nathaniel Band, Riker Hilton. What's the dude name from JC again? The dude what did run from JC, he run 46 in a class 2, broke the class 2 record. Ramon McKenzie. We've always, Anthony Carpenter. We've always had talent.
BJ, I agree with you with that. I do believe so. BJ said Ty Marquis is half a man, and injuries is why he did the 400. But I believe that J3 needs to find a program to help build the 400. Find some means and ways to get funding to do this. Yeah, we know it takes money, Dennis. But I mean, if the program is dying, the 400 meter part of it is dying, then we have to try and find.
Hold on, by the way, let me give you a name of a class 3 record holder in the 400 meter. Javon Mattison.
BJ, when you said that, but even on the women's side, or girl on the women's side that ran second to Alana. Oh Jesus, Petersfield girl. She is half of a girl, you know. So I always say that our juniors don't get to matriculate into being seniors and pro well. We have to find Alexis James, yeah. We have to find a way Go ahead. We have to find a way. We have to find a way to help them to matriculate better into being a senior and stuff like that, and also to find if their interest lies there. Dennis, you're asking what I mean by she's an alpha girl. She's not well. She's not. We see the athletes competing and doing what they love out there while being injured and while serving other things to themselves.
Let us also talk about something. A lot of these athletes, and I'm going back to the 400, they were forced into the 400 meters. And because of that, they've never had an interest in it. 400 meters, 400 meter hurdles. There was a point in time in Jamaica's history where the 400 meters, men and women, was our bread and butter because we weren't getting better than bronze or silver in the sprints. We had great 400 meter runners. We don't know how to train 400 meter runners to last long because here's the problem. How many persons have Christopher Taylor beaten at the World Junior level that's whooping his ass now?
Me come out type passing on Jermaine. That's your problem. Go ahead, Xavier.
Not even the pass. We must just appreciate the crop of athletes that we have. There's so many distractions out there now that it's going to be a thing of the past that you're going to have athletes that's going to pay attention to track and field.
And then also, them get rich early. Usain Bolt said it himself.
And them come out of high school and they're rich. That's one of the problems. They're rich at 17. By the time they're 22, we don't have a track athlete anymore.
I am worried about Terika Hill, and I'm hoping she has her head focused. Terika Hill bought a Mercedes-Benz GLE cash at 17. You know how much would I carry?
I agree with Sheldon. Sheldon says that other countries have distractions too, but yet still they stuck it out. I believe that J3 need to find a way.
I think you're beating J3 bad right now.
So
J3 can't do nothing.
They need to earn them. They need to earn their keep.
Yeah,
that's
J3
my problem.
Can't do
Stop
nothing
handing
more.
out.
They're not.
Stop making people rich off of potential.
No, but that's what we the fans do, make people rich off of potential.
No, how many persons are superstars in the history of sport that got rich? Usain Bolt had to work. LeBron James had to work. Jordan had to work. Tom Brady had to work. These youngsters are coming in with $10 million already handed to them.
This athlete is richer than most athletes that have been through the system.
Most of them, listen to me. Chris Taylor have more money than Jermaine Gonzalez. Jermaine Gonzalez, who is a world champion.
And he has not delivered yet.
Thank you. I like the part when I say has not delivered yet. Because remember what Superboy name? Did you sell? What name? Calabar boy. What name again?
O'Hara.
Super. O'Hara with the Super Boy delivery in a high school. I've never delivered.
Let us be real. The big four, the big four from.
But he from Calabar. He didn't get that monetary value out of it anyway. Did you sell money or paper to what these athletes get in now?
Yeah,
the big four from Calabar.
We take these juniors and make them superstar before they are superstar, and they come.
We use
my opinion, and they come onto the senior level and never deliver.
All right, let us talk about Calabar. You remember the big four from Calabar? You know the big four from Calabar? Michael Stevens, Tyreek Hill, Tyreek Wilson, Dejo Russell, Chris Taylor. These guys were driving to school. And them never drive no buggy or nothing. Them drive proper car. Them live in a big apartment. And they were teenagers. What has the alright, at least Chris Taylor make Olympic and World Championship finals. And him doing things on the circuit, him get come whatever. What does Dejo do? Michael Stevens can't make a national team. I know.
Tyreek is trying to come. Make a World Championship team. Leave the boy alone.
No, he made a Commonwealth team. Orlando Bennett has been whooping his ass since he became a senior.
Well, but okay, I'm going to use Dejo Russell as the prime suspect here. As I said, we pressured these juniors into becoming seniors before their time. We took Dejo Russell.
What would you do with Dejo Russell?
Dejo Russell made the Commonwealth team at 16. He made the Commonwealth games at 16. He's the fastest under 18 over the big hurdles.
We took Dejo Russell as a junior, put him onto the Commonwealth scene as a junior.
The team.
What I'm saying, we took him and put him there, and then him come last, never recovered, got injured, and still have never recovered. I mean, Dejo become this.
I believe that is Michael Clark's blaming. Michael Clark fault because when he got injured, he forced him to come back to champs. And Wayne Pinnock embarrassed him, right? And Orlando Bennett beat him. And he has never beaten Orlando Bennett again.
As in a Sebic, or we are putting the pressure, or we are putting the mantle on them as a junior and stuff. Some of them are so injury prone. When they come to the senior level, they come with nothing because they come injured.
What pressure we putting on them because 40,000 Jamaicans going to the stadium and make noise and say you look good? That's not pressure.
Dejo Russell.
We think we put pressure for Alana Reid for going to make senior team now.
She's the second fastest Jamaican this year.
She said
even though
we say it.
She's second at this moment. No, man, I'm not. She has the right to aim. She has the right to have her vision. But when persons are going to say they are expecting her to make that senior team in an individual aspect, that
I'm
pressure.
not expecting her to make the senior team. She'll come 6.
And I said she's going to make the relay pool.
And she'll make the relay pool. She'll come 6.
Here's the thing. Let us go down. Dejo Russell ran 13:24 at age 16 or 17 over the hurdles, the 110 hurdles. I don't.
Never give me back that after I run that again. A lot of people will that one little figure pan him name, pan him line forever. Never to return.
Usain Bolt ran 1993 in 2002 and never ran faster than that until what, 2007?
7.
So you look at this. Let us give Alana Reid some credit. Watch this. Elaine Thompson, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Elaine Thompson here, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Shericka Jackson, Merlene Ottey, Karen Stewart, Sharon Simpson, Juliet Cuthbert, Kemba Nelson. Those are the Veronica Campbell-Brown. Those are the only Jamaicans who have ever run faster than Alana Reid.
And Kemba never replicate that. We don't know what is happening with Kemba Nelson.
No, let us see what happens. I was very disappointed the other day, but let us see what happens. She's training over elite. But what I'm saying is, here's the problem that I have with people. We are not putting pressure on you because you are talented. People are expecting because you've shown us. Like, as I said, I gave you 9 names. Only 9
one time
women.
Doesn't say something.
But we've seen that Alana can run sub 10. Like she was cheated out of a sub 10 at Carifta. You and I know if you are running, the only women in Jamaica that are faster than Alana that are currently running is the Big Three and Kemba. Everybody else is retired. So you are saying, okay, if she puts in the work, she can get better. The problem is this. It's the same thing with Lejour. You are saying if he puts in the work, she can get better. The problem is a lot of them, not talking Kemba, not talking the Clayton twins, but the likes of Brianna. We know which Brianna we are talking about. Lejour Russell, Michael Stevens, Mechanical Kyrie, because Kyrie in a hype. But many of these persons, the Anthony Carpenters of the world, them do something one time, and not only are we pushing the hype, they might act like them reach somewhere too. They might act like them reach somewhere. Chris Taylor made a national team at age 16? And we turned him into in a savior, and he believed the hype so much so that the man got school go bad for a teacher. Javon Francis ran one of the greatest ankle legs ever and went back to school the following year, and nobody couldn't talk to him. So what are we saying? Them themselves believe the hype. So prove it. So me see it. And yes, whoever said it, I believe Kemba's time will be going down too. I think Kemba can run 10.85, maybe. At best, 10.85.
Minute, as we said before, Xavier, you keep asking me why I keep blaming J3. I keep using J3 and the coaches because coaches tend to not want athletes. Coaches tend to not want athletes to train for the 400 also because they feel like persons are overworking the athlete. And if an athlete who runs 400 meter goes and run 100 meter, these coaches, and I'm talking about elite coaches too, tend to say, okay, take them, show them go run 100. Okay. Because they're also
yeah, you have a son that run 45, and the time that we need to get is 43, and he constantly running 45. Why are you going to tell him to run 400 and hope to get better?
But it takes time.
Call a spade a spade. No, that time now go.
It's a commitment.
That time now go come.
So you are telling you think Wayne Van Niekerk run just get up and just run world records, so bam. Him did that run 44, 45, 46, 48.
Hold on.
When the standard was at that stage.
He also ran 43.03. Just saying. No other human has ever done. No other human has ever done that.
No, he said if I have a son and he's running 45 consistently and the standard is 44, if I must still make him run the 400. I'm saying that is the problem. Coaches don't want the athletes. 400 takes time.
There's no money in it, Toyo. There's no money in it.
There's no money in what?
No, Jeremy, understand what I'm saying? There's no money in it. If I'm constantly running 45 and can't reach a standard to get a lane in a Diamond League, why am I going to say that?
But you're not making the standard with 10-0.
Akeem Bloomfield make money? Akeem Bloomfield make money?
No, granted, Akeem Bloomfield has run 43, but here's where I'm going at.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm asking the question, Akeem Bloomfield not making money? Because Akeem is not running the time.
Because he had run the time before.
Yeah, that's a one time.
It no matter.
He also ran 44-1.
But he's still running, but he's still making money. You said there's no money in it, and I'm saying it's still. Hello, just so you know, big boy, what we don't like.
I don't hate him. No, I don't hate him. I just can't stand him on a relay team.
No, when I said don't like, I don't mean that we hate him. I mean in the sense that we always say we don't want him on the team, but he always do what he needs to do.
Here's where I'm going with this. It comes down to training over the 400. Majority of our guys that run 45 seconds over 400 tend to run about 22 for the first 200. Then they break down and run 23 or so. What you need to do is start working. I don't believe
Jamaican coaches take time with athletes to run 400 meters.
Also, if I have an athlete who's running 45-1, 45-2, you know the first thing I think I'm going to do? I'm going to say, can't move from that. Boy, I'm going to be their strength because you're going to run an 800 meter.
Go run the 800?
Because a person, for example, let me give you an example.
The same thing.
Let me give you an example. A perfect example. Anthony Carpenter. Look at his build. Look at who he is. That thing, Anthony, make him go run 2 laps around the field, man. You must can give me 143.
So big boy brother, for something. If you consistently one thing there, 400 is fee. 800 is fee. 800 is my viewpoint, you know.
That is the thing about our athletes. We believe that if an athlete says they want this, that's what they're going to. No. If you are running 45, and you can give me 2 45 splits in a row, or a 45, 46, or a 45, 47, that means I can get a good 143, 144 out of you. That puts you in elite company in the 800. If you're running 10-1, and you're consistently running 10-1, and then you give me a 10-0, you're not making it enough. You're not making it in the 100 meter. Guess what I'm gonna do? If you're too tall, I'm gonna teach you how to jump, hop, step, and jump. Or if you're not tall enough, you're going to run on a long jump board and jump off. Because 10-0 speed gets you far in the long jump.
I have a question though.
Can our coach do some hurdles?
No, can our coach manage people? They're not doing a good job then, pretty much.
No, but let us give an example. Warren Wheel was a hurdler.
Coaches are not managing their athletes the way they're supposed to manage.
That's what I'm saying.
Use one different example. No, use one different example. Use one different name.
Whether we want to go straight.
Use one different name, please.
All right. Let me give you a different name. Khali Spencer.
Yeah.
Khali Spencer was an 800 meter runner champ. She won the 800 meters for Manning. Then Stephen Francis put on and go, now singing over 2 hurdles. She became one of the best hurdlers in the world. Could win crap. But she have a bronze medal now, so I'm not forgetting that. But she couldn't win nothing to save her life. But she was always 4th. We call her Lazarus for obvious reasons. And she's Diamond League champion. We saw the same thing with Melaine Walker. Right? We've seen it with other athletes who are hurdlers. And I'm saying, you're going to run 200. Because you have that strength. I'm going to call back the name. Warren Weir. He was an awful hurdler. Decent, but awful. We're thinking that 200 he has an Olympic bronze and a World Championship silver. You understand? These are the things that happen. So coaches do manage athletes. But sometimes the athletes them just need to listen. Kind of only for them not listen.
Boy. Hey, me have a question.
That era gone. That era gone. The 400 meter era gone.
But know the answer to the question I may ask, but I'm just going to ask it. Why is it that our throwers cannot throw the times in our stadium?
Really? We know the answer to that. The pit no good. We know that. Good.
When will J3 fix it?
Go and talk to them and Independence Park.
When the government get them money. When the government get them money.
They have money.
When the government get them money.
Yeah. They have money. One thing about Babsy, Babsy allocate our money to our sports people.
Xavier, the ring has been a headache before Wapia can fill up. That I used to holler over it, and yet
it's a mentality. It's a mentality of our leaders. They don't believe in certain events, so them leave it alone. Better if the 100 meters started have an issue, then dig up the track long time.
They fixed it already. It did have an issue, and they fixed it.
It did have an issue, but what I'm saying that is okay. They have money is not J3 problem. To fix the state, the money is not the problem.
They don't believe in the chores. So
exactly. I can tell you for the fact that Babsy allocate good money to J3.
All right. They like how them have the money, and Andrew said, like how they have the money, and Andrew said, no one the raise again. Andrew can give Babsy to make Babsy just drop the
No, listen. The problem that I'm having is that
we're not talking politics. I'm just saying.
We're not talking politics. The chores. How many chores actually come to the stadium when there are meets there?
Not many. They prefer that excess. Okay. How many are our chores really come to meets there that actually talk up for themselves? Frederick speaks for everybody. He's a spokesperson for all chores. So he says what he says. And the funny thing is, Chad has also spoken about it. Travis has spoken about it.
We're not talking about the current crop. Dada has always been speaking about it. And yet still, every time, them always give Dada hell when it comes to qualification time. Because Dada always go wherever go throw it and make the qualifying time. And then them are going to say him need to do it in there. Do it in there when the circle need to fix.
We've seen
India was Vix.
Frederick is one of the best throwers in the world, discus throwers in the world. Top 2 on a good day, top 3 on a bad day.
Yeah, we're not a country, yes. Frederick still do something about it though.
And Frederick will throw 68.
Complain about it. Chad complain about it.
What? Okay, why don't we fix the jump pit though? We have one of the best triple jumper. What?
That was the problem that I was about to say, that the pits weren't fixed stuff for the jumpers.
Exactly.
Yeah, why don't we fix the pit?
First of all,
I'm not running for the track stars. I am talking about the jumpers now, the jump on the field.
Hold on, let me go to this. First of all, the pit is in the wrong direction.
Mister.
Definitely.
You can't go counter to the sprinters. It don't make no sense. You don't go counter to the sprinters.
That is
so if the sprinter get a 1.5, you're jumping at 1.6.
That is the reason why when the schoolboy they
jump, you're jumping at a different set away.
Exactly. You never go counter to the jumpers. Come on,
every time our world champion jumping at they scared. The two of them, a matter of fact, female and male, me scared for them. Not to mention the male right now. Every time Tajay jump in there right now.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this straight up. Jadon, if you get this message, you have the standard. You're arguably heading into the World Championships. You're probably going to be top 3 in the world if you get no better than where you are now. Get a buy or a blight if you not come at trials. May I beg you?
Him have to come.
Get an injury, something.
Him have to come.
If he's top 3 in the world heading into trials,
I want him to come and jump at home. I want him to come and jump at home.
You know what, Pete? Might as well jump.
Exactly. So that's how you.
So, you know what? I'm gonna KC.
That's how you. Let me and you go shoot. Well, I know Xavier.
It's not happening on KC.
Well, I know.
If Ricky have a jump in there, if Pinnock have a jump in
there, neither.
He have a jump in there. He have to come jump in there.
All right. That's how you. Let me say this. Why I'm talking about this. Trials is in July. It is more than likely, because we have our sessions in the evening, in July, most of the athletes are going to be having a tailwind. It happens every year. In July, you're going to have a tailwind.
He also needs to get used to it.
Used to what?
Jamaica, not keep at Jamaica.
Used to which jumping at Jamaica? The competition that he's in now is better than what you will get at trials.
All right, bear in mind. Remember this.
Let me ask you a question.
Jermaine, listen, remember this. As Shem asked the question, and it's valid. What if the persons that finish top 3 miraculously meet the standard? What then? He is, remember now, remember, as Jermaine said, make him get a medical pass. Remember though, medical pass, what is the top 3? Jump
let me answer the question. If he's top 3 in the world, heading into trials.
That's not Jamaica rule.
Yes, no, it is Jamaica's rule.
That's the rule.
It is the rule.
That's the rule.
Yeah, but remember, if he takes a medical thing,
all you have to do is prove his fitness. All you have to do is prove his fitness.
Yes, but somebody's get kicked out. How would you feel? Sit down and say there's a second hit.
It's not about
the question. If him jump 18 meters at NCAA.
So you, Xavier, I'm gonna try for something and make somebody move you out of the way, and you tell me say it's not about feelings.
You know the
hold on, let me answer. Hold on, Xavier, let me answer the question. The standard is about. Well, no, the standard is about 17.3, 17.4 for the World Championships. I doubt you're gonna have 3 Jamaicans jumping farther than that. This man is already 17.87 before NCAA. If he jumps 18 meters at NCAA, so the person will come third. You get what he don't get. If you get a medical exemption.
And bear in mind, he has said it that he has not peaked yet, and he's going to set his body or there.
Hold on, Usain Bolt. It happened for Usain Bolt. What happened? It happened for Usain Bolt.
What?
It happened for Shelley. It happened for VC, where they did not show up at trials, gave a medical exemption and still ran.
Yeah, but why you
you just want to see him jump? Buy a ticket.
Buy a
ticket.
Trials is necessary.
Budapest.
Go jump against who? This dude is 18 years old and he's the best jumper in the world. By far. Who am I jumping against?
Hold on, saying a thing, say if him
Kerry McLeod?
him come jump him now will help somebody else.
Why? It's a solo event. You're not running a lane.
Jump already.
So listen, if Wayne Pinnock jump 8.5, 8.6 enough, you think me I tell Wayne Pinnock to come at trials? Must be mad. If Kerry McLeod jump 8.6, you think me I tell him to come at trials? Taji, go get your one jump and jump your 8.6 and hold the trial with God. Taji, Jadon is the best jumper in Jamaica. The next
Douglas,
jumper is Kerry McLeod.
Douglas, where's the second pick there?
No, for the person who said, look at VCB in 2008. VCB actually ran at the trials and got her ass whooped. There's a difference. If VCB wants a medical exemption, a Sharon would have get there. And they tried, because VC showed up at the trials, she just get her ass beat. There's a difference. May I say, Kerry McLeod is the second best jumper in Jamaica, and Kerry McLeod not even a jump 17.2. This one is jumping 17.8 with the potential to go 18 meters. If him jump 17.93, 94, 95, because I'm saying this out loud. Jadon is going to break the national triple jump record this year. That record is going
before the season ends.
Him
probably broke it at NCAA at championship.
Yeah, before the season ends.
Gone.
I must look for it. I must look for it, Douglas, when I come back. I never see it yet. Maybe
and then here's the thing about it. Jadon doesn't take 3, 4, 5 jumps. Him get one warm up, one big one, and one for close to see if he can outdo the other one. That's Jadon. That's Jadon for you. Just like Taji, one big jump. If he breaks the national record, I'm guessing he's going 18.03 this year. Jordan Scott, 17.0 and nothing. I'm guessing he's going 18.03 this year. That's my pick for him.
On a 17 summer weight. No, so what about what Wayne jump?
Wayne doesn't do triple jump. Kerry does triple jump. Kerry has I think it's 17.2.
Jordan Scott himself. Sorry. Sorry.
Wayne does the triple jump. Wayne do strictly long jump and hurdles. And he has not hurdled in 2 years.
Yeah, I know this.
And Wayne, which is another.
I think people got hurdle.
I think he's supposed to hurdle too. I'm sorry.
I still think Wayne is the hurdle.
The man, I think he has the best physique for hurdle, but I think he's also a great long jumper. He has the potential to be a great long jumper. So let me see. Yeah, him do one triple jump. Yeah, he's not a triple jumper. A lot of long jumpers do triple for background training or to develop certain things. So he's not a triple jumper. Wayne is a long jumper that hurdles, or a hurdler that does long jump. That's what Wayne does.
Anyway, guys, it is 10 o'clock.
Yes, for real. Oh, I'm not till Thursday, so I'm all right. The holiday.
Oh, I see.
One of the biggest meets this side of the hemisphere, the Racers Grand Prix makes a return after a 3-year absence with a glittering lineup of local and global champions. Saturday, June 3 at the National Stadium. The star-studded cast includes world champions Sharika Jackson and Toby Amusan, plus Megan Tupper, Jani Russell, Shanika Ricketts, and the exciting American Gabby Thomas. The men's competition will have Olympic champion Hansa Parchment, world record holder Wade Van Niekerk, world champion Noah Lyles, Zarnell Hughes, and the Blue Ribbon event featuring former world champion Christian Coleman battling young rising sensations Oblique Seville and Akeem Blake. Finish line $5,000, grandstand $3,000, and bleachers $1,000. Get ready for the 5th staging of the Racers Grand Prix, a World Athletics Continental Silver Meeting. Saturday, June 3 at the National Stadium. Tickets go on sale May 14 at the Jamaica Pegasus. It will be a sizzling affair.
And as that advertisement just go, right? We didn't talk about Akeem Blake with Christian Coleman and Noah Lyles.
That was in a hurricane.
Yeah. And about that was fire. No, he got beaten by 2 guys. That's our best name.
No. It's not even about it's timing, their timing, but about how Akeem got up with Christian Coleman for me.
He needs to work on that last 20.
For me, Akeem needs to work on his last 20 meters, because now I just use the little strength I have right 200 and just walking down. So
and that's how Oblique has been beating Akeem Blake all year, or for the past 2 years, because Akeem Blake fades in the last 20, which is weird because he's a tall sprinter. But it goes back to what Michael said about him. He still has a lot of work to do. But that he needs to. I think he should run some 200. Just him have the physique feet, run some 200, get that strength there. Even if you don't run it at the championship, at least you have that strength where so you don't fade at 80 or 70. Because Oblique Civil should not be catching Akeem Blake if Akeem Blake is up with it. Shouldn't happen.
I do think also, I need to go back and look, but I do think Akeem is getting up out of his dry phase a little bit too early.
Not a little too early. He gets up about 4 meters a little bit too early.
Yeah, and I think if he stays even 2 meters down, lower in his dry phase, it will maybe help him a little bit better. For me, that is. But as I said, it's something I need to look back at. I saw it.
And that's where I say Oblique always has the edge over him, because Oblique gives you 42 meters of dry phase, 40 to 42. Akeem gives you about 30. Hey, Oblique stays down. Oblique stays down. And you realize that somebody like Johan Blake has the same thing. Johan Blake do the same thing now. Asafa did that. They stayed in their drive. Every time Asafa
and a dry face think they're best friend.
If every time Asafa come out and dry face,
Asafa does it, Oblique does it, Elaine does it.
Johan does it very well.
Johan does it very well. Noah Lyles does it.
Noah did. Right. And that's the thing. Marcel Jacobs does that very well as well.
But I not see much of Michael Jacobs if we come to that.
But what I've seen of him, but the thing about it is, that's what I said. If Akeem can hold that dry phase with his stride pattern, with his turnover, he should be giving you 9-8 like clockwork. Because that's where you get most of the acceleration.
And he is in 9-8 shape. He is in 9-8 shape. Yeah. So consistently he's supposed to be, can do that.
Yeah. 9 is supposed to be wake up out of bed. So
I'm looking forward to Grand Prix, Jamaica Racers Grand Prix.
Okay, because since you're looking forward to Jamaica Grand Prix.
Exactly. Yes. Well, two invitations that one, so she just combine the two.
So Taya, you'll go ahead, promoter.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it.
Okay.
I am looking forward to it.
Run the advertisement or shut
all three, to have the three of them in one race together. Akeem, Oblique, and Christian.
I think they're all in the areas. Also, by the way, for guys who are
I think it's gonna be a great. I would have loved to have Zanel in the 100 though, with them.
Oh, I must say. Just saying, I think I can announce it. Remember, so I give a ticket, yeah?
Yeah, the first one I give a no still. Let me have the question.
No, we have to discuss what we're doing to give it away. So calm down, Xavier.
Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down.
We have a group for a reason.
Wait a minute. We're not giving away one right now. Wait a minute.
We have a group for a reason.
I'm number one. I'm gonna wait on Gary to jump in my inbox.
Exactly. So yeah, so just look out. We think we'll give away 1 or 2. So look out. If we give away 1, maybe 1 away. I could buy a next one. Maybe me. I don't know. So look out. For just saying, I might feel charitable. So look out for that. For Racers Grand Prix, and I think we will be there. Myself and Natalia will be there. So I don't know if they're gonna come up when you can see, when you can hear, when you can chat to it, right? We look cuter in person. So you can always come up.
Look cuter in person.
We look cute in person. So y'all can always come to us and come chat with us, and make we know who wanna be, because like I know someone of me, someone, but yeah, and we don't know everybody. So yeah, Racers Grand Prix, June 3rd. Wow. I missed one seminar just for that.
June 3rd, National Stadium. And we will be, and I'm sure, and definitely we will be somewhat live from it.
Yeah. And if not, we're giving a snippet.
Or after the effect, or after the fact, yeah, but we'll be showing.
We might give you some snippets, you see me? I'm going to see what I want.
We'll have snippets. Keep you in the loop. It's going to be hard.
And by the way, I forget to say this all the time, and I need to say this. Remember to invite your friends to join the group. I know there are other track and field groups on the thing, but nobody knows what we do, how we do what we do, when we do what we do. So invite the people to come into the group. Maybe them can win a free ticket and they can go. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Big up yourself. We don't talk.
Yeah, I mean, so we're here. So just follow us on our socials here on Facebook, that Track and Feelings, on YouTube, Track and Feelings, and you will see and keep updated. We're also on Instagram. We haven't been posting much on Instagram, but we're on Instagram too. We can follow us mainly on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. And let us make it work.
Yep. So anyway, our after 10 events, like him really want to sleep right now.
We don't sleep at this hour.
Yeah. Oh, you're one of them. Sleep. I work for the government, so I'm at sleep at this hour.
So you don't have work though.
No.
No, I'm out for till Thursday. So.
But that's happy for you. I have work.
God go with your company now.
Yeah. Private sector.
I'm more money than me.
Yeah. So it was good being here with you all tonight and stuff. So we'll do the do.
Yeah.
And we'll just, you know what I mean? So.
All right, guys. Adios.
So I see you all. I think we have a live again. We'll be live again Thursday. Today is Tuesday. But we'll be live again. But you'll see when we're going to go live. So you can set your calendars. And look out for the giveaways. All right? We'll be asking questions. Thank you so much for being here with us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in the world watching us. It was great being here with you all. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you.